On this episode of the Carefree Kitchen, I'm going to be showing you how to make my Strawberry Blondies. Now this is a thick and chewy strawberry cookie that is baked full of fresh strawberries, and then it has this adorable pink little icing on top that is rich and sweet and has tons of strawberry flavor. So if you love strawberries, you're going to love this recipe. And then for the ingredients, I have some fresh strawberries and we're just going to dice these up really small. And there's like these little chunks of fresh strawberry in our blondies. And then of course I have some butter and sugar that I'm going to cream together, an egg. I'm going to use a little bit of lemon zest and lemon juice, and then some baking powder here, and then all-purpose flour, and of course some salt. And then for the icing on top, I like to mix a little bit of strawberry jam for that really pungent strawberry flavor. And then of course it has like that little bit of lemon in there too. So it really is the perfect balance of like sweet and tart, and it's the perfect spring or summer dessert. Okay, so to get started, I'm going to put my butter. I'm going to add my butter, and this is just room temperature butter. And of course, every good recipe starts with a big heaping pile of butter. And then I'm going to add in my sugar, and this is just granulated sugar. And then I'm going to use some zest for my lemon, and I like to just use a plain here and get about a tablespoon. You can just estimate here for your lemon zest, and this just gives it like that pop of lemon flavor without the liquid. This would be fun with a little bit of lime too, but the lemon is really pretty in here. There we go. We have our lemon juice, and then take that off. There we go. Okay, and then I'm going to add in my lemon juice also. We're going to add about 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. Maybe just a little bit more. There we go. And now I'm going to use a handheld mixer and just mix this up until it's really nice and light and fluffy. Okay, and now I'm going to add my egg. And then I'm also going to scrape down the sides of my bowl so that I make sure everything gets all nice and mixed in. And now I'm going to add about a ½ teaspoon of salt and my baking powder, and then also my flour, and mix this until it's also nice and combined. All right, so this should be combined, and so it looks just kind of like a sugar cookie dough. And now I'm going to prepare my strawberries, and I need about 1 cup of diced strawberries. Okay, on my strawberries, I've just washed these and then set them on a paper towel to dry. So they're as dry as I can get them. And then I like to just dice them up, cut them in half, and then do some little dices on there. And I need about 1 cup of diced strawberries. So I don't know, that's probably 7 or 8 large strawberries. And now let's see if I've got a cup yet. Probably pretty close right there. There we go. Now we're ready to mix them together. All right, and then I'm just gonna add my little bits of strawberry to my blondie batter, and then mix this up gently, kind of pressing it all together. Okay, and then for the blondie, I like to get my hand just a little bit wet, and then you can just gently use your hand and pat down this blondie so it's all nice and as even as possible. Okay, here is my strawberry blondie. It's all ready to go into the oven, and we're going to put it in a preheated 350-degree oven for about 20 to 25 minutes. We want the edges to just be lightly golden. Okay, so to make the strawberry icing, this is a really fun recipe. I like to add a little bit of butter. This is just 2 tablespoons of room temperature butter, and then I have about a cup of my powdered sugar. And then to that, I'm going to add about a tablespoon of lemon juice. And I'm just gonna eyeball this, because if you want to make it a little bit thicker, you can always add just a little bit of powdered sugar. And then to give a really bright strawberry flavor, I'm going to add a couple tablespoons of strawberry jam. And this is just seedless strawberry jam, so you don't have those little seeds. And then like with the lemon juice and the strawberry, it's such a fun little icing recipe. And it's a pretty light one. It's not like a frosting that's thick. It's pretty light, so it's just a strawberry icing, and it goes on these blondies so well. And they are just the funnest little summertime treat. So now I'm just gonna mix this until it's all combined. Okay, now you can see that this is also like perfectly drizzleable. That is perfect. It has like a little peak and then it kind of melts down into the rest of the icing. So that is perfect. And isn't that a fun pink color? I just love this. Okay, and then to finish our brownies off, my blondies off, here are my blondies with the strawberry bits in there. I mean, it's just such a fun recipe because it's like a little bit like dense and chewy, but then also you have those like little bursts of strawberry flavor. So I have this ready and I'm just going to drizzle on my icing here. There we go. And actually just pour this kind of all over. There we go. And then I'll just use the back of my spoon here to push it around. You can go right up to the edges on this. There you go. They're so cute. I'll just let that. All right, and then we can just go ahead and lift this out of our pan to cut them. There we go. Peel back that parchment paper. Okay, so to cut these, I usually do it in, you can do it in little 12 little bars, or you can do 9. I'm gonna do 12 today, so they're a little bit smaller. I just like to cut down the middle, and then I'm gonna make these as square as I can. All right, here are my strawberry lemon blondies, and this is a dense, chewy lemon blondie, and then it has chunks of fresh strawberry in it, and then also the strawberry icing on top. I mean, take a look at those. Look at that jammy, dense brownie, and then of course the strawberry glaze. Wow. Anyways, time for a taste test. There's nothing better than strawberry and lemon together. Cheers. And as always, there's a link in the description which has the recipe, and you can get all the tips and tricks along with all the measurements, so you don't have to write them down. You can print off the recipe card and then bake along with me. Thank you so much for watching this episode of the Carefree Kitchen. Be sure to like, subscribe, and follow me here, and I will show you all kinds of fun and easy recipes that your family will love. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.